What up, world? Waxvillain, Seattle, Washington. You already know what it is. Welcome to Two Gens Fireside Chat. We got a real one today. Singer-songwriter Florencia Andrada from Argentina. Stay tuned.
Las veo venir de lejos, las siento cerca, sus pasos van firmes, ya nada tiembla, se escuchan gritos, son gritos de guerra. El miedo ya no existe, no, se funde en alas, no, 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 no. Sube la fiebre, ya no hay tiempo, estamos en esto.
I see you, Chris. I appreciate that. We're going to put it on a t-shirt one day. Hello, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
I'm fantastic. You doing good?
I'm good. A little bit nervous because my English, but
You're good.
have mercy.
I got you, sis. No worries. We'll go ahead and kick things off real quick. Everybody, I go by the name of Waxvillain. I want to welcome you to Two Gents Fireside Chat. This is slightly different from an interview, but kind of the same. What we do is try and a little bit of research, make sure that we're not asking the same question twice. Most importantly, we want to make sure that we're able to help you establish connection points to awesome musicians that I love, that make music, that's the soundtrack to my life, and we want to do the same for you. Fireside Chat goes like this. We've got about 6 to 8 questions, and we got a lightning round. We're looking at about 35 minutes. The idea here is to have fun, get to know Florencia, and we go from there. Sound good? Awesome. So
Perfect.
I want to just kind of give my introduction to how I met you at first, kind of connected to your music. For me, I'm always searching, always looking for new sounds. And what really stood out to me was the fact that you sing soul music and you sing in Spanish. And to me, that put you a little on the left a little bit, which is something that we don't see too often on the soul scene. That's exciting to me. It brings a lot of flavor. And so I'm really, really excited to introduce you to my friends and hope they get to know you a bit.
Thank you. Thank you, Don, so much.
Yeah. So I think the first thing for me, and which I want to make sure everyone knows, is tell them who you are, where you're from, and describe your music in one word.
Well, my name is Florencia Andrada, as you said. I'm from Buenos Aires, Argentina, the last country of America. So here is winter and it's 10 p.m. I'm hungry. But I think like since I was 19 years, I am 35 now. So I have a long way to being a singer and looking my identity as a songwriter, as a singer. So now I can tell that my main music inspiration is soul music, classic soul music, but I'm sure you can hear another styles in my singing or in my songwriting or in my music. But classic soul music is my real true inspiration.
Absolutely, and you can totally hear that when listening to your music. I usually don't ask this question, but I'd love to know how you connected, how you were making music during the pandemic and the impact that it might have had on any plans you had.
Well, I'm in my house and in my studio. So I have a little home studio that we improved in the pandemic.
Yeah.
So we can start to, we usually record some demos here, but now we have like more equipment, so to be like another level.
Yeah.
And I had a lot of fun, like beating myself to finish the songs that were like on standby, because When you are playing live, you have to rehearse on when your work, and you have like a lot of things. And the pandemic, like that I don't know how to say it, that stopped the world and give me and a lot of people the chance to work deeply in some things that were like waiting.
Yeah.
So it was a good thing for me in that way. I in others no, but in that way, I have a great time here in my studio.
That's awesome. I love that. And I'm so glad you were able to kind of bring it home, because I imagine the barriers making it hard and all these ideas. Now you can just go and sit down and create, which is really awesome. You kind of talked about your love for soul. One of my favorite songs that you have is Por Amor. In April, you kind of did like a remix thing where it was Florencia Andrada meetings Kingston Factory. Can you tell us how that came
Yeah.
about, the inspiration for it? Because what I love about the song is I get the soul, but I also get the reggae vibes too, which to me is dope.
Yeah. Yes, this version is mostly produced by Esteban Descalzo, that is the creator of the Kingston Factory label here in Buenos Aires.
Okay.
We met a few years ago, and we quickly get along because his sound or his search of sounds and production was very like similar to mine, but in Jamaican roots music. So
Yeah.
we talk about doing something together. We didn't knew what, but when I released Por Amor, the original version, it was like, oof, Rocksteady and this song are like meant to be.
Yeah.
So we embraced that, and I think we did a great job. I really like it.
I love it too. So I guess, now that you've heard the sound and you had such a good experience, are there plans to make more music like this? What's your take on it now that you've kind of seen the reception from the release of it?
I don't know. I mean, I take it very seriously
Yeah.
to do some genre, so I go deep. So I don't feel like I am prepared to do some reggae or rocksteady music like on my own. But I definitely will work again with Esteban, because I really like the way he produced and the way we put the things together. And of course, it's like a door open for life.
That's awesome. Well, I hope to hear more when the time is right.
Yeah.
One thing that I always find interesting when my musician friends come on the show is what their inspiration was, the music that they heard growing up as kids. And oftentimes they say, well, my parents would play this record throughout the house. And I think being from Argentina and having a true love for soul the way you do, I think it would be really interesting to kind of hear what your musical inspirations were growing up. What kind of music were you hearing around the house? And what were you exposed to?
Okay. Well, in my case, my parents didn't listen to vinyls or nothing like that. They are lawyers, so they are like another kind of people. They love music and they listen to music, but they weren't like collectors of nothing like that. Music wasn't like a really important thing in my house, but I was like a regular kid. I grew up in the 90s, so I loved Spice Girls or Alanis Morissette or No Doubt or Mariah Carey or Shakira even, a lot of female artists, thankfully. But then when I started growing up in my teen years, I add like Nirvana or Rolling Stones, and I fell in love with the 70s rock bands like Led Zeppelin or Janis Joplin or Jimi Hendrix. In the early 2000, I started listening to Joe Stone and Alicia Keys and Aretha Franklin, and I didn't know that it was like R&B or soul music, but I felt like that those voices and those like sounds really embraced me, and I felt like in love. So it was like more like a personal journey, not like my family.
I love that. I've always said, and this was even back to when I had gotten to music years back, music is kind of like this endless journey that you go on and stop and get off, but you can always continue the journey again. So that's really
Yeah.
cool. Talk to me about how your Argentinian roots and the flavor of the sound of Argentina factor into your sound that you have, because it's definitely a little different. And I say that in a good way, but I just like to know how, again, the Argentinian roots and the music of the culture kind of factors into the sound that you put out through your music.
Well, I don't know if there is any influence in terms of the music I make that comes from my nationality. I don't. Maybe the other people outside me can hear that, but I don't feel like the music is influenced by the music from Argentina, but certainly influences the way I sing in terms of rhythmic phrasing, the color of my voice, the intentions, the way I sing, I approach singing, and also of course my songwriting. As a songwriter, it's inevitable to be influenced by my context, by my reality, by my history, by my past, by my friends or society. So I think that my nationality influenced more my songwriting and
Okay.
my way of singing than my music. So I think that's the
Very cool.
the thing that, yeah.
So
Culture.
I was searching high and low, and I think we kind of talked about this, but I only see streaming music. Will we ever see Florencia Andrada pressed on vinyl?
Hopefully, keep my fingers crossed. I'm working on it. It's like a dream that I never thought I will be dreaming of, but now I think I'm getting closer. I don't know when. I can't promise nothing, but maybe if everything goes right for me next year. I don't know. I hope so.
Very cool. Very cool. So one thing I'd love you to shine the light on is tell everybody about the vinyl record scene and how it's almost non-existent. How do people shop for the music? What are musicians doing out there? Just because we don't really have insight to it, and vinyl in the States is kind of like you trip over it because it's everywhere.
Yeah, I know. Yes, I'm here in Argentina. The vinyl culture is not very big. I think it has a comeback like in all the places the past years, but it's not like popular. Of course, there are a lot of collectors, but it's a select group. And talking about soul music and all that music, we are like this few. It's not like a popular thing, but there are a few, like I don't have to say, like little record stores that you can dig, but very few.
Okay. All right. Well, that's cool because I just wanted, again, my collector friends to kind of have visibility to that. Okay, tell us where you see yourself in the next 12 months. What can we expect in terms of new music? Where do you want to be as a music artist?
Yes, well, this pandemic teaches us that we don't know anything. But when I want to be, I think in a year, I hope that I be promoting my third album that I am finishing to recording. So I wish I'll be promoting the album.
Okay. All right. Before we go into the lightning round, I'd love it if you could just tell everybody where they can find your music, if you have any websites so that folks can tap in, connect, and start listening.
Yes, you can find my music in all the stream platforms like YouTube or Deezer, Amazon, Spotify, Bandcamp, all the platforms. I don't have, like, as you said, any vinyl yet, but you can stream it.
Very cool. Very cool. I love that. And if there was one song that you would tell us that we should probably start with, what should we listen to first? What would that song be?
Well, people really like that Por Amor Meet Kingston Factory, but in my heart, I wanted to recommend the most the soul part of me because it's my most work stuff. So the last two singles that I released, Por Amor and Régueme con Vos, but you can listen whatever you want.
Okay, all right, very cool. All right, folks, we're going to head into the lightning round. These are 10 quick one-word questions geared to let you know more about Florencia as
what? 1 word? That's impossible.
All right. Well, we do the best we can. Name a musician you've been listening to lately a lot.
Well, Lady Ray's new single, Getting People Play, on repeat since it came out. Sure. I love her. I love the song, and I love her always.
Yeah, yeah. That's just wild because Alana was talking about the same thing last night, and I didn't know you two knew each other, which is even more of a trip.
Yeah, she's so sweet. I knew her. Of course, phone. I don't know how by the gram, but 3 years ago, I was going to Nashville and I was searching musicians in Nashville. So I get into her. She wasn't in the town when I get there, but she helped me finding places and that stuff. She's so sweet.
She's awesome. I totally love her. Favorite soul album of all time?
Nah, that's impossible. I can't do that. I can't do that. But it's impossible. It's impossible.
All right. Just tell
I don't know.
What's your go-to?
There's so much. There's so much.
Fair. Do you like listening to music with speakers or headphones better?
Both. I mean, with headphones, it's more my musician side because I can hear the details and all the arrangements and all the different things. But I love to hear in speakers because it's more like social music. Like you can share with others.
What's the last album you bought?
I think that Manhattan Street Band, introducing the Manhattan Street Band.
So good.
Love it.
Isn't the mix on that fantastic?
Yes, I love all. Manhattan Street Band, it's like I don't know how to say it, but they are kings.
Top of the top. Okay.
Yeah.
What's something you listen to that would surprise us? Something that maybe we wouldn't think you'd listen to?
Well, I told you Shakira, so but nowadays I really I listen a lot of artists related of soul music or R&B or funk, but I don't know, maybe Chuck White, but I don't know if it's surprising. It's rock, but I really like Chuck White.
Okay, all right. Let's see here. If you could sing with any musician, who would it be and why?
Sing with any musician? Oh my God, I don't know. Because if it's some singer that I really like admire, I will like pee my pants. So I don't know, but I don't know. Of course, the Queen, Aretha, but I don't know if I will sing with her. I like sit and be like this. So
okay.
I don't know.
See here. All right, so you're sitting down to dinner right now. What's one record you would play while listening to dinner? Or I'm sorry, what's one record you would play while eating dinner, I guess?
If it's a quiet dinner, I guess I will play I love Sam Cooke Night Beat. Like it's chill, but it's also like very soulful.
Yeah, good choice. I can get down with that. Favorite ever been to and why?
Favorite concert? Well, I can tell you two. I can't pick one. The first is Rolling Stones here in River Plate Stadium, Buenos Aires, in 2006, because I love the Rolling Stones. So it was the first time I get to see them that live, and I get mad. I was crazy. And most recently, 2014, Sharon Jones and the Dap Kings in Brooklyn in the Afro Punk Festival. Mind blowing. Wow. Can't believe it.
There?
What?
You were there at the show?
Yeah, I was there on the show, and I can't even believe it yet, because they were like all the original Latkins except for Gabe and Tommy. They were all, so I can't believe that I was there.
That is awesome. That would have been one.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Okay. I got one more vinyl question. When you're ready to press your vinyl, if you could have it be any color, what would it be?
I really love the classic one, the black one,
Really?
because it's like, yeah, I really like it because because first of all, because I don't have a vinyl yet, so it's like the classic, uh, and but the color is difficult because you have to match with the art.
Mm.
So if I don't have the art, or the cover art, I don't know, but I really like the colored vinyl of Menahan Street Band, the latest, like green.
Yeah. I think I have that somewhere. Um, I don't know. There's records. Florencia, there are records all over the place here.
I know, I know.
There's records falling on the bed. There's records over here, records everywhere. But I have it. I love that variant. It's pretty cool. That concludes
Yeah.
our fireside chat and our lightning round.
Okay.
Before we go, just tell our fans where they can find you next online. Are you doing any other live streams, interviews, shows coming up, things like that? How can we tap in?
Well, I don't know, maybe, but I have nothing in the agenda yet about live streams. But I don't know when, but near in the future, I will release a new single with a new video. So keep the eyes on it. You can follow me and here in the Instagram, my Instagram account, Florencia Andrada, and I have a website also, Florencia Andrada, my name.
Love it.
All my media is Florencia Andrada, so you can search for me and you will find me.
Very cool. Folks, you heard it first from her. Turn on the alert so you don't miss anything. Florencia, thank you so much for making time to come on Two Gents Fireside Chat.
Thank you, Don. You are such a great guy.
Thank you. I'll follow up with you later on in the DMs.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Seattle, Washington, and we're out.